Hey, good morning, natural products industry. This is Robert Craven, CEO of Food State. I'm driving to work, and this is when I get my biggest thoughts. And I love to just think out loud and turn my radio off and have a nice drive to work. It takes me about 15 minutes. I thought I would come to you today and talk a little bit about Natural Products Industry Day on the Hill in Washington, D.C. last week. It was a great experience. I've been to the Hill once before, really enjoyed it, I went to see my two senators, Senators Ayotte and Shaheen. It was a great time. The Natural Products Association, of which I'm a board member, did a fantastic job lining us up with their lobbyists, and they've had longtime friends in Washington, set us up beautifully to have great conversations with our senators. And we went in with a kind of a punch list of GMO, organic is GMO. Let's not pass any legislation that would mess that up, which I totally agree with. There's some new bills coming out with where you can use FSA or HSA money to support supplements. Of course, I totally agree with that as well. I think supplements are very beneficial, and there's tons of science that supports that. We also talked about the fact that FDA has plenty of funding, and that we should be supporting the FDA to really legislate DSHEA in a deeper way, and not worried about messing with DSHEA, which I'm totally supportive of. And we had several issues. We talked about the New York AG and what the complexities of that and how we support that. But what I found, and this is just an idea, what I found when I was talking to my senators' aides really was they were just it was a punch list for them. It was like okay, and they were just kind of issue. And it got me thinking about Jean, who was our VP of brand at MegaFood and for Food State. She talks about ratcheting it up to an emotional connection. And I started trying to see if I could apply that from a marketing angle, for our brands, our great brands, which we're all very good at doing, ratcheting it up to an emotional level. Could we do that with our senators and with Congress and with Washington and with even our state and local governments? And I think we can. And where I come down on this is if and I found myself doing this with Senator Shaheen's office. I really believe that natural products retailers, for example, and great natural products, whether it be great supplements or organic cereal or fair trade organic coffee, these are the kinds of products that can really help to change the tenor of health and wellness in the United States. And as you all know, we've got an amazing healthcare crisis on our hands. The U.S. healthcare crisis is world-renowned. Obesity is skyrocketing. Diabetes, heart disease, these are all major causes of why we're in trouble. We have an allopathic model in the U.S. healthcare system, which doesn't really speak to wellness at all. And so what I found myself saying in the senators' offices was, hey, our industry, the natural products industry, is the wellness solution. This has to be a balance, and I think about Dr. Andrew Weil and his approach to integrative medicine. Sometimes you need surgery, sometimes you need pharmaceuticals, but more than that, right now what we need is wellness. We need wellness. We need people that eat right, think about what they're eating, think about what they're putting in their body, exercise, mental stimulation, sleep. These are all the kinds of things that balances out this allopathic model that we have in the United States, and we need this badly. I think the natural products industry has a huge opportunity to ratchet up the conversation, especially with government and our local communities. We are the wellness solution. And if we were to go in, for example, to one of our senators or congressmen's office and talk more about the fact that we are your partner, senator, or we are your partner, congressman, in solving the U.S. healthcare crisis by being the balance that's needed to the allopathic model. We are the ones that are teaching people through great natural retailers, for example, how to live a healthy lifestyle, what books to read, how to interpret the green coffee bean extract, and how to interpret the latest diet book, and taking people to innovative new products that can really help them, and we need to foster that innovation in the right way under the umbrella of DSHEA and other federal legislation. And if we do that, we could be the solution. Our industry could be the solution for the U.S. healthcare crisis by balancing this out from a wellness standpoint. Now think about that conversation with the congressperson. Think about that person. Think about that conversation. Now you're connecting on a level that's not only about the issues, but it's about helping that congressperson take their candidacy, take their legacy to a whole nother level. If they can help to solve the U.S. healthcare crisis by partnering with our industry. All these issues that we talk about are vitally important, but they're really more the how. I think we have a huge opportunity to define the what. The what comes before how. What are we trying to do? What is our vision? Where are we going as an industry? That is emotive. That is something people can connect to. It makes it hard for Senator Durbin, right, to argue that equation. So Senator Durbin is classically against the dietary supplement industry, and I agree with him to some degree. There are some bad players in our industry that we've got to squash out. We talk a lot about Big T transparency, but how can Senator Durbin, in this case, fight against the fact that we are helping people live a healthier life? If we ratchet it up and we ratchet the vision up and the concepts behind our industry up to that level, how can they argue? And now we're partnering with them to do something that's bigger, that's got bigger vision, that they can do speeches about. None of these senators are going to do speeches about FDA, but they will all do speeches about U.S. healthcare issues and how they're partnering to try to get it done and take it to another level. So it was something I was thinking about, and Gene helped me think about this from the standpoint of ratcheting up our conversation to an emotive level, to an emotional connection level. And I think if we were to go in and spend the first 5 minutes talking about that, they're going to be more likely to listen to our issues and kind of lay some of these things out. So just an idea. I think it's something I've been thinking a lot about, but from a direction standpoint for our industry, I think the natural industry broadly, not just supplements, but the whole natural industry has the opportunity to say we are the other half of the equation when it comes to solving the U.S. healthcare crisis. We can help people with wellness. We can help people live a better life. We've been doing it for 40 years, 50 years. We can continue to do it. And we are your partner, Senator or Congressman, Congresswoman. We are your partner in that side of the equation. We can help you with that. We can give you the solutions. So just an idea. I hope this is helpful. And I'll look forward to seeing your comments below and continue the dialogue on Twitter, at Robert U. Craven, LinkedIn. Let's have some dialogue on this. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I think it's a good place to start in terms of in driving a dialogue on this. Thanks everyone, and thanks for joining me for my morning ride into work. Talk to you soon.